So I love this place because all the artists collaborate. There's ceramic artists, there's visual artists, there's painters. It's just incredible concoction of just creatives and everybody just doing something of their own and really just contributing to the place. Let's see what we can brew around the table with Stella.
Apha ke Imiso ngalomzuzu singojolo mphanko moqenge babazolamba inkwakwa camanga singondlovu singo ngengesi nezihlele zonke ezikhona apha ke samkela ke lindwendwe lethu lingu-Andile esisebenzisana naye camanga. And this is one way of welcoming you and your presence and those who come before you, and so that anything that we do and have done can prosper just as well.
Yeah. And we've got beautiful ceramic artisans creating these beautiful ceramics around us. We are also here to thank them. We are also here to celebrate you guys. It's good to see what you and Zizi have put together. Please take us through what you've been up to and what is happening in your art space.
It has been an amazing journey. And what's important for us being Imiso and just knowing that on my own, I couldn't have achieved anything alone. We come from a culture of Ubuntu. You participate. That's an additional thing that's important that we need to understand. So when you participate and when you have other hands where you collectively working together, so you can then harvest at the end of the day together, and so the community succeed through all the works that everyone put together. Yes. So that's what's important about collaboration in community of like knowing that you're not alone.
Yes. I've been out of the country for over a decade, and then coming back from Paris, I was looking for people that I could collaborate with, people that were aligned with where we're trying to take our culture. I looked at ceramics specifically because I cook for a living. It's my tool. I need ceramics to present my offering, which happens to be food. So that's why I was intrigued by the work that Andile and Zizi are doing. A plate like this, all right, would serve it to or present it to maybe 5 people per night or 5 times. So he gets 5 washes per night. This is 5 days a week.
Yeah.
In and out for a space of 4 years. And they look exactly like this. So the quality is incredible. It's not just what we are looking at visually and the food that we're presenting on it. It's the quality of the ceramic. I think it can last a lifetime.
This piece I'm holding here now is from the Africasso collection.
Yes.
So it's very, very important why that name.
Yes.
It's because of being influenced by Africa and then using some of the artifacts in trying to reimagine some of the ways that he was sort of like painting. We make stuff, right, like objects. And objects are to be used every day. Yeah. So some of the function can be tangible because the energy of the pieces themselves, like you say, like you were away from the longest time. And so coming to the continent, what brings you home is the object, the artifacts, because they carry the energy, the essence of the country, of the home. So that's why. And I think for me, I was honored to be able to be the one who's going to ground you, let's put this, or welcome you through Msebenzi, but also complement your offering to the public as a way of saying, this is our story. This is a collection that I kind of like started last year. So I'm a village boy, right? So I like outdoors. And so I tend to observe how nature behaves, like from the plant life, animals, birds and all. One time I went to the Karoo and then I saw these massive, beautiful trees, but with this massive nest.
Yes.
By the weaver birds' nest, like the communal weavers.
Yes.
And so that's what happens. Inspiration hits you, you're like, yes, you cannot shake that off because it's stuck in your head. So what do I do with that? So it's an information that you take in and then you process it. And in this way, I'll either sketch it and then from there, then I'll use clay to reimagine that inspiration. In this case, these pieces are inspired by those nests that I've seen. So what's beautiful about that is that these weavers are so genius. There's no human being can weave like those birds, and they weave every day. Wow. They make these huge nests, like crazy canopies. Wow. So this is all clay, hand-built,
This is all clay.
All
it looks,
clay,
it looks like a real log.
yeah. So
Looks like wood.
yeah, exactly. And so these pieces are going to a show in Miami, Design Miami, which
Come
is
on. How do you get this perfection?
You know, the time is I can't count the time. For me, this can take me like 4 to 5 months. The inspiration behind this, I wanted to preserve the African culture, like your beer pots and all that.
Yes.
As I was working, and then I got inspired by different things like your body armor,
Yeah.
you know, armadillo.
And what is it supposed to look like, the final product?
It's supposed to be dark,
Okay.
pitch black,
Pitch black.
pitch black.
Okay.
You know, from the smoke firing.
Okay.
Yeah.
so every mark that you make on the vessel, on the surface of the vessel, need to be intentional. So you don't just make a mark and then you just there and then what is it kind of thing. So there's that kind of teaching, but also in a repetitive sort of like motifs that are in the pieces themselves. It's meditation, right? So you get in the zone, and then it's like, so when you feel the pieces, like your response to the pieces, you're really feeling the energy of Madoda when he was in the pieces, when he was making the pieces.
Being a chef is being an interpreter between humans and nature. So we are teaching human beings about nature. But we learn in the process. Because as much as people look at the work and they say, wow, this is perfect, in your eyes you are thinking, no, I'm still growing. Like you said, it's only the beginning.
My focus is just creating and following what my ancestors are telling me, because I think it's beyond me what I do. And we dream, we see visions, and we have to translate that into, you know, the messages and the outcome that you see. So I create artworks. They can be of functional use, they can be of decorative use, but as long as it's got a story, it's got part of me, it tells who I am. So with the pieces that I'm making currently, they're all large scale, and not everybody can afford, you know, that kind of scale. Not everyone has the space for it. And through the process of making, I ended up focusing more on the markets and defining them, and people are interested in those, and they're able to collect those. So that's kind of like closing the gap in a way.
The work that you guys do is very traditional, it's very telling our story. Like Andile said, the way that we want it to be told.
Yeah.
So
And
it means that people are understanding more and more about our tradition and about our history.
Yeah, and people are looking for authentic stories, and when they do hear something, you know, authentic, people listen. They want to hear more. So that's what I've noticed with my work. Immediately when I started drawing inspiration from where I come from, everybody wanted to hear what is that story. So our gallery carries different collections from myself and Andile. So this is one of my collection that is actually celebrating texture. This is actually created from clay shavings. That technique on its own creates a beautiful texture of the clay itself. So I wanted to, you know, embrace the form and apply that texture on the piece.
Wow. The final outcome is incredible.
So this is from a famous Nigerian photographer called J.D. Okai. And he has been documenting for years different hairstyles from the early 1900s. And that's going to be scaled up into a 2-meter high thing. So, you know, almost the complete piece will have the sharp cone that goes into it. So that's
which is that piece
the
there.
top section there. So we had to break into two, and we'll build it up together after the firing is done.
I love my stay here in Cape Town, Salt River, Imiso studios, with such incredible artists, people that actually inspire me and inspire all of us, and are actually representing all of us across the globe. It's amazing. I think it's a beautiful time, beautiful space, and it's important for us to get together and really showcase what we are capable of in this beautiful country of ours. I've had such an amazing time. I hope everybody is inspired, and I thank Zizi, I thank Andile, I thank Madoda, I thank everybody that's been involved, and most especially I thank Stella Artois. Today, the artists that we had and the conversations that we had were hand-selected as well, and I think that's something to celebrate. Kamal. Good.